It don't matter. Because if I flip the screen like this, y'all gonna have to look at me from like this angle, and I don't like that. So we're gonna do it like that. Nonetheless, if you see me sideways, I run sideways this way and that away. Listen, I'm from California. What y'all want to do with me? Collective, collective, collective. Someone has love on the brain. Must be love on the brain that got me feeling this way. And I know I can't sing. I didn't ask nobody. No matter what I do, I'm no good without you, and I can't get enough. Must be love on the brain. I don't care if I can't sing. I'm gonna sing anyway because it's my voice. Collective, someone has love on the brain. I love it. Beautiful way to bring in our moon day. Beautiful way to start our week. Beautiful day to energy to start off in for this Memorial Day for all of those of you who are celebrating. And it keeps calling my name. Baby. What's this? Got love on the brain, collective. We're going to do some threads of the souls. Listen, somebody is recognizing their relational wounds. Somebody has love on the brain. Somebody is finding out what real love is like. Unconditional love, true love, conditional love. Love that is conditioned on beautiful and high vibrational things. Okay. Man, bro, if that's what you're wearing, then like by all means, bro got on a sweatshirt, some two little ass jeans, and some shoes that don't even match the shirt. But they on summer break. What you want? Like, I'm staying in my PJs all day. I don't care. I don't care. But yeah, somebody has love on the brain, and I love it. I love to be the reader that gives out the message. Ancestors of my highest good, all energies and high vibrational energies of love and light. Allow me to tap into this energy of love, the love frequency, and do not let my own feelings, thoughts, or thought forms or experiences taint this beautiful, beautiful reading, okay? Ashe, so would it be and so it is. Now this is, if anybody want to know, this is Florida water, but I added my own little, I call it doohickey to it. And we were like, what you spouting about? Because I get to do a love reading. Duh. Relational wounds. Somebody is recognizing their relationship wounds, okay? Why they possibly chose their partners, their past partners, their previous partners. Somebody has love on the brain nonetheless. And maybe this new love is very different from what they've ever experienced. It's a healthy love. It's a love of conditions. I don't like saying unconditional because, and you know, we'll go over that. I'm going to table that for a later discussion here. But love should be conditional. It is conditioned because it's like your hair, right? When we condition our hair, collective, what are we doing? We are nourishing it. We are nurturing it, right? And a beautiful, beautiful spiritualist, she pointed, although, you know, I don't agree with everything she does and says, she made a valid point here. Her name is Jasmine Garden here. That's the name she goes by. And she said love should be conditioned. She doesn't want unconditional love. She said unconditional love means that the love is not nurtured. The love is not, it's not watered. It's not properly planted and pruned, okay? She said conditioned love. That means something that is nourished, that is nurtured, something that you put a lot into, okay? And with that being said, I could definitely agree on that. So we'll stick to the guns on that, okay? Again, discussion for later days. We'll go over some etymology, collective, you know, as I'm feeling in the mood of the different days and, you know, different days, different ways. So, but somebody is recognizing that maybe their old relationship patterns or even relationship partners aren't necessarily healthy. Those were healthy for those persons. See, People are necessary. Even our toxic partners, they are necessary for our growth, for our evolution, and for our healing. That our toxic partnerships, if they don't teach us anything, they teach us that there are parts that attracted us to those people and those people to us. There are reasons why that we need to heal. Okay, it could be codependency, anything, but things that we need to heal within ourselves here, so we no longer attract those partners. And not only that, those people don't become, they are no longer pleasing to us, right? They are no longer refreshing to us. They are no longer comfortable to us, right? It's about getting out of our comfort zone, collective, here. Okay, so recognizing we got somebody with love on the brain. What? Don't you, Mackenzie, don't you think you need to call the hospital or the emergency 911 fire department? Child, call the emergency system right now. If your baby is not moving, are you making sure that the baby is breathing? I mean, I definitely wouldn't spend time on here, Mackenzie. You need to call 911 like now. You in the hospital? Oh God. Are you Mackenzie? I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but I don't think you should be on here right now. You need to be dealing with that. I really don't feel like that you should be on here right now. You need to get off of here and you need to tend to your baby. Ask for a second doctor. Ask for a second opinion. I mean, I don't give medical advice. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a physician. I'm not there. I don't know what's going on, but Mackenzie, love, if you're still on here, this is not the place you need to be on right now. You need to go and be with your baby, however that may be. Any prayers, peace, protection, and blessings go out to you, Mackenzie, and your baby. Spirit says, purify your heart. You go pray over your baby, and I send many prayers and amplify your prayers at this time of good intentions. Ashe.
Can I talk to you? They need to stay in because she riding the bike all the way down the street and he keep on hitting Junior.
Y'all play under the carport, okay?
I want to play fun.
No, go play outside for a bit. You had enough screen time, Kyan. Are you ready for a nap? Are you ready for a nap? I love you, Mackenzie. Sending love, hugs, and prayers and blessings to you and your baby. Yeah, I'm not. If anybody know me, y'all know I'm not finna. I'm not gonna end my life for his whining and stuff. It'd be too much going on. Do you need to take a nap? Do you? Do you need to take a nap? You want a nap? I think you do. I think you do. Hush your mouth. I said no screen time. Go outside and play. Or be quiet. You understand? Okay. Thank you. He lucky his sister is not up because she whooped his butt. I don't do too much of the corporal punishment over here, but the bigger kids, they be like, nope, they're not doing it. Okay. Somebody has love on the brain. Recognize relational wounds. Not every scar came from cruelty. Some came from absence, silence, or unmet needs. Name what hurt you, because kindness creates change. I do not like the way this phone is sitting, the orientation of it. Somebody's relationship wounds could come from absentee parents that didn't respond. Again, unmet needs here. Okay. This could develop certain types of codependency. You could gravitate towards people who you may, and also in this energy, whomever you are, you may feel the need to control your partner because of you fear not being wanted or needed. Okay? You have control issues. They are there, but I feel like that you are recognizing them and what they are for, why they are there too. Unmet needs could be like, we typically overcompensate for what it is that we lack, collective. If our needs were never met, we overcompensate with giving people everything that they want, so they are always there to meet our needs. If we live in lack, and this is not always the case, experience only, opinion only, collective, non-advisory, but if we live in lack or grow up in lack, we typically overcompensate with material things to fill the void of never wanting to be in lack. And typically, a lot of people will go outside of themselves, outside of their morals and values in order to fill their life with things so they never feel in lack again. And this could be lack of people, again, lack of communication, You will notice that people who had relationship wounds where they grew up and they always got the silent treatment, they were never heard. Those are typically people that are very, very loud on the scene. They always have to be seen, peacocky, show cocky, and stuff like that because they need to be heard and seen. That's because what they lack. So we overcompensate in what it is that we have lacked at one point in time or another. I know I have. Many, many different ways, okay? A lot of emotions here in the collective energy right now. Please cleanse and purify the heart, Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit, of all those in the collective who have good intentions. Ashe. Kindness creates change, though. Every act of kindness shifts something somewhere. Be the reason someone feels hope again. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like how that sounds. We do have others that came out over here. It's a lot of them. I'm going to read them and put them back. But the next card says, because the cycle stops with you. Relationship wounds, relationship trauma, anything like that. Silent treatments, lack, unmet needs here. You know, absences, absentee parents, absentee spouses, loved ones, things like that. Even absentee of ourselves, right? Because we can be, mind you, when we overcompensate for all these things here, the person that is really lacking those things is us, right? We overcompensate and do these things for other people because we want them to give that back. And that's not literally that's not how that goes. Typically, that's not how that goes. But we must find that wherever we lack in, it is very important for us to be able to give these things to ourselves more than anything, right? And then the need to overcompensate in any area, it will dissipate. You'll stop wanting to overgive, overshare, overborrow, overpay, overstore, overhoard, hoard. Okay, I don't think I should have added over before that word, but you know, like a lot of us that have never had. A lot of us that never had anyone to protect us, guard us, guide us, but typically protect us, right? Stand up for us. You'll find that you become one of those people who is overprotective, even overbearing at times. You know I was like that with my older children growing up, right? I was overprotective. To me, the world was a very scary and dangerous place. And so it was to them. I didn't let my kids play. I took them to the playground. I took them places and stuff all the time. But playing at other kids' houses, no. Spending the night, no. Getting dirty with your brand new clothes, no. Getting dirt on your hands, no. I was overbearing and overprotective with them. And then even as they got older, they became very rebellious because I thought I could control how they experienced the world so they wouldn't experience the worst parts of the world. And so that came from me not ever having a protector ever. I don't care how much people like to say that they did or that they tried. That's fine that people tried, but from my perspective and point of view, I'm allowed to speak my truth. And my truth is that I never had a protector. So I became overprotective of my children, my seeds, you know. And in doing so, also, I still lacked that protection for myself. When the time came and I was in a very, very, I'm going to just say aggressive relationship, I couldn't protect myself for nothing, collective. As much as I was overprotective over my friends, my family, my cousins, my siblings, my children, when the time came, I could not protect myself. So that's been something that I've been learning in one of my many dark nights of the souls here, okay? But the cycle stops with you. So somebody has love on the brain. This person could be, listen, one act of kindness will make somebody fall in love with you, and it don't always have to be a relationship. You never know what people going through. Mackenzie, prayers. You never know how people's days start off, how they wake up, where they wake up at, where they go to sleep at, what they eat or don't eat, what they experience in relationships, what they go through behind the scenes. Acts of kindness, bro, that is an extension of God's love. It really is. Although I may be bitchy over here, very bitchy, you know? That's the part of me I'm learning too. That's that, you know, if people want to call it split personalities, whatever, multiple personalities, that's fine. I don't care because, you know, all the tests prove otherwise. But that is that part of me that was so overprotective over everyone else instead of myself. So I have a side that comes out, and she is very, very, very vicious and dark. But only when I feel threatened, because I always, when I experience the world and the world experiences me, people encounter me, typically people can't say that they had a bad experience with me. And if they had a bad experience with me, not making excuses, I can guarantee you I came off kind and somebody took my kindness for a weakness. And then they get this other side of me, the side that I rarely let be shown. But I remember that part of me kind to people, and nobody protected that. I do have a protector-like spirit within me here, embedded within me. So confirmation. So whomever you are, or this person is with love on the brain, they are recognizing these things about themselves. Maybe your act of kindness, it simply showed this person, maybe this was the type of person where they just accepted the karmic and low vibrational energy. I can't stand when I do that. Excuse me. But they accepted the karmic and low vibrational energies as being the entire world. And that's just not so. But that's what they thought, at least until they came across you. And maybe you showed this person one act of kindness, help them pick up something. Because here you have a younger girl helping an old lady up. Maybe you seen a person fall and you helped them up. Maybe somebody was down in their emotions, in their luck, down in their feelings, their spirits, and you lifted their spirits up. See, acts of kindness like that can awaken people just like that. You never know how your impact on this world will be. I could show up hateful every day, and I don't. It's a choice. I choose not to, because I choose not to be a part of the world that is continuing that. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want that to come back to me. I don't want that to surround my children or come back on my children, my great-grand, you know? But the cycle stops with you. You are the one your ancestors prayed for. This pain ends in your hands. Choose differently now. So confirmation. Like, we don't have to continue the generational cycles of hatred, perversions, mistreatment. We don't have to continue those cycles. But somebody definitely has love on the brain. The cards came out that are shatter the false story. What you really keep telling yourself might not be the truth. And that could be that relationship wounds here. Oh, everybody karmic. I'm a bad person. I'll never get anyone better than this. I'll just settle. That could be somebody's energy, or what the energy that this person or that you were in. Break the illusion and meet your soul without the mask. And I said I was going to read them all, but put them back because it was a lot that came out. I will reshuffle. Face what you've avoided. Avoidance is a chain of disguise. What you're not willing to face still controls you. Okay? And this could be what somebody didn't want to face. The absence of a parent, the not being seen, not being heard, needs not being met, things that still hurt them. And your act of kindness showed this person, there's good people out here in this world still. Maybe if they even consider just one, if you showed up as just that one person that this person ever experienced with one little act of kindness, child, that done changed a person's world, their entire thinking. They don't remove the frame. They don't remove the box from this person's where they were stuck or stagnant at when it came to relationships. And these could be any kind of relationships. Face control issues. Didn't I say this person had control issues? Trying to control others only limits your own freedom. Let go of the need for control and trust in the flow. Water, Libra. Somebody can have water and Libra highly aspected in their chart. You or them, this person. Rebuild and balance relationships, okay? If the scales are tipped, it's time to restore balance. Step forward and create harmony in your relationships. And somebody couldn't do this. You or this person in your energy, they couldn't do this until they released control. They realized that their need for control in a relationship or relationships, it had a deeper, darker meaning here that it stemmed from them. It had to do with them. And somebody is facing this. And I give this person 2 claps, 2 pats on the back, 2 thumbs up, all those good things. Yeah, to unbind inner chains. Child, your soul is ready to free and let go of self-imposed limitations and step into your power. Because I'm going to tell you, the more we try to control things outside of us, the more out of control we feel within ourselves. That's what I did find. Trying to control everything around me, the more out of control I felt. It was too much to handle, too much to bear. For me to try to control each and every single little thing so it goes this way. And I felt more and more out of control because it was too much for me to handle. What I could control, the reasoning that I came to, the resolution I came to is I can control myself. How I handle the situations as they change, as they get out of my control, I can control myself in any given situation or environment. But that also starts with controlling oneself, also starts with looking at relational wounds, okay? Nah. Put that phone down. Didn't I say no screen time? Like, you're trying my luck. Because, I'm just recording, Mom. I'm just recording a video. Like, if you don't put that freaking phone down. Child. They like to try you. Listen, it's going to be a mighty interesting summer. Stop carrying what isn't yours. And that's a part of control, too. When we try to control others, we will take on the bulk of everything that they go through, that they experience. People of control don't realize this until they're outside of it, and they realize, like I said, when I tried to control everything, it became so overwhelming, and the more out of control I felt because I was trying to take on the brunt, the bulk of everything around me. So stop carrying what isn't yours. You've taken on emotions, guilt, and weight that were never yours. Give it back and be free. And I think there were 2 or 3 more. It was a lot that came out. Prepare for change and accept your destiny to unblock the flow. And it definitely says break free from emotional dependence. Because that's all control is. It's emotional dependence. It is. Or, I'm sorry, emotional. Okay. I don't know how much of I heard, but the card came back out. So we're going to take these 2. Okay. I'll read the first one. Break free from emotional dependence. True independence comes from within. Free yourself from emotional reliance on others. Okay. And if people don't know, your emotional codependency is a karmic pattern that creates a toxic soul tie. Can I make it up? Clear tangle karma. With what? Releasing toxic attachments. A person who is always trying to control people, they have an emotional codependency on that person. They need them to need them and want them. If they control that person, they feel that that's the more that person will want and need them, and they will be there as their emotional storage in one way or another. This creates toxic attachments and bonds. This creates karmic ties and soul ties. Toxic ties drain your energy. Cut the cords and reclaim your freedom. I don't care. I don't even care right now. What is it? They really playing with me today. Bro, they really playing with me. And also, I want to point out for parents, over giving too much attention. There is a such thing, okay? Over giving too much attention is not a good thing. Yes, we tend to their every need. But just like they call me, every time they call me, see, if every time they call me, I answer. Every time I go and I stop what I'm doing to pay, it's not that I'm ignoring them or that I'm there has to be a healthy balance. If I can explain better, I don't want them to develop the emotional attachment, dependency, the mental pattern of thinking that it is okay to interrupt me they don't even want anything. They call me and they be like, I'll be like, yes, and they be like, and that's cute and it's fine to a certain extent. But I don't want my children to develop a dependency on that thinking that it is okay to interrupt or interfere for something that is nothing. You get what I'm saying? There has to be a healthy balance. And it's okay, people, if anybody be like, you ignoring them poor kids, and they be like, bro, I'm allowed to do that. This also helps them build dependency upon themselves, their own emotions, and how to help themselves out of something that I'm sure if it was in a dire need or emergency, they'd be screaming mom. They'll be crying, right? So like we have to find healthy balances, collective. What's the question that needs to be asked with the threads of the soul for this person that has love on the brain? The magic wand. Somebody may have a lot of passion for you, like what they got going on. Somebody may have, where's Caleb?
To the basketball with this man.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure you're fine. I see a lot of police cars, so. Okay. I saw way too many police lights and cars going past, and my son is outside playing basketball. He's 14, but bro, like I still get like. There was one too many police cars for me with their lights on, speeding down the street. I ain't like that. I'm like, wait a minute, where's my son? Look, the guardian, the defender energy. I'll be on guard about mine's collective. The golden key to the crossroads. Somebody is at the crossroads. This is a tower for this person. A tower means a major or pivotal change here. And they're at a crossroads. What? Nah, because Caleb said that y'all were over there doing too much. I told you if he let y'all come over there and play with them across the street, you had to behave. And you got on his nerve, he sent you back. It's a no. It's a no. You can go outside. Call him over here. I want to be annoying and then ask that she go back over there. Like, no. What is this? Give me the energy of this person, the thread of their soul when it comes to love on the brain. The worn shoes. And the magic wand. Somebody's not trying to wear their old relationship wounds into a new connection or relationship. They are releasing toxic attachments here. They're removing codependency, emotional lies, right? And this all changed with your act of kindness to this person, collective, or a person's act of kindness to this person. Your act of kindness could simply be you showing people how to love themselves, right? Okay, they want to know if they can come back over there. No, mama. Just for like 10 minutes. And then I'll make them come back. I'll make them come back 10 minutes, okay? They know the rules. Tell them if they defy the rules, they come back over here immediately. Healthy balance collective. The worn shoes. What have your experiences? No. Where have your experiences taken you? What wisdom do they hold? Somebody has an emotional trauma that they was taken into old relationships. I mean, new relationships, from old relationships into new relationships. Okay? Let's get the divine feminine and masculine aspect of this person. They are very calm, or they like your calm demeanor here. Your calmness, what is tolerating your calmness? Somebody is not used to a calm nervous system. Somebody is not used to being in a relationship with that's so calm, that's so peaceful, where, you know, like, instead of just tolerating people's BS, it's just cool, calm, and collective. Somebody's not used to that. And when people aren't used to that collective, they're old, even if they've been single for a while, they're old relationship wounds that from when they used to fighting and arguing, going back and forth, competing with each other, you know, comparisons and stuff like that. And you come with this calm demeanor, and your calm demeanor could just be the act of kindness. You just being calm or handling this person in a cool, calm, and collective manner. Somebody wasn't used to that, or they're not used to that, okay? And so what'll happen is that this person probably self-sabotaged the connection, the relationship. They needed to go back to the familiar, because that's typically the case. When we experience something new, our ego tells us go back to the familiar, right? Go back to the old, go back what it is that we know to be the norm, because that is what our nervous system has been programmed to feel, to think, to be accustomed to, right? And they have to go back. And I know it'd be hurtful for people when you with somebody and you really love them, right? And y'all really hitting it off. But you realize that this person is not used to a healthy relationship, or even just a relationship where it's just calm across the board. They're used to there be, if there's a disagreement, they're used to they're turning into fucking World War III or something like that. You know, no pun intended. But this is that type of energy, and typically they'll self-sabotage. Okay, that's their ego self. But it is for a reason, collective, because once they self-sabotage, you walk away, they ghost you, whatever the case, they'll go back to what is familiar. It will not be the same. I promise you that. It will not be the same. And they will be so used to your calm, even if your calm in that relationship was just for a period, and the toxicity, the toxic karmic bounds have been lasting for years. You know what I mean? Your level of calm, you could have been with this person days, weeks, months, whatever the case may be. And they'll go back to that old familiar thing, and it won't be so familiar. It will feel wrong to them. It will feel strange to them, but they needed to go back in order to kill the ego part of themselves, that toxic part of themselves, that attachment that they were still connected to. Even if they disconnected from a relationship, they didn't disconnect from the relationship wounds, the patterns, the emotional codependency that came along with those toxic patterns. Maybe it's a fucking fight dynamic, you know? Maybe it's a dynamic where, you know, y'all scream and yell at and argue at each other, and then the next thing you know, because that's the only way you know how to give love or be comfortable with love. Some people are not comfortable with healthy love, and I'm gonna just be honest. Some people not comfortable with being clingy and really being in love, the holding hands, the kissing, the hugging, the all that stuff, and you know, and then being able to make love or have sexual activities or intimacy after that. You know, they're only used to fighting, because that's where the good, great sex thought in the circle comes from. They're only used to fighting and arguing because that's the only way they know how to show love, or that's the only way they've been shown love. But that's because people will overcompensate in those ways, because those are areas that they have unmet needs. They lack something, that something is missing. Okay. But when they meet you, collective, and then they go back, that is a necessary lesson that they have to go through to release karmic attachments here. They have to go through that. I know it hurts, and I know a lot of us like, I don't want that person back, and that's cool. But that person still learned a lesson from being connected to you and your calm demeanor here, your balance. I see temperance energy. I see emotions here. Okay. That person still learned a lesson, and that's an act of kindness in itself, even if you don't want that person back. That person will now be able to look forward to more relationships where they know that, okay, is everybody not toxic, everybody not karmic, everybody not codependent emotionally or one way or another financially, right? I can actually release these wounds, because some people just keep, for the most part, some of us keep attachments to these things here, these relationship wounds, because we feel like that's all that's out there, right? So if it kind of be feeling like, hell, why should I change? The next person I'm gonna run into is gonna be just like this, because every other person that I've ran into has been just like this. So why change myself? Why change? Why look inside of me and focus or see if there's anything about myself that I need to heal to get healthy love? Because a person don't think there's healthy love after so many tries, right? But when we go within and we heal ourselves and realize why those toxic patterns were formed, why those toxic attachments and emotional codependencies, why they were formed, and we heal those things, that's an act of kindness to ourselves. But sometimes it takes for other people just to be good to us or just to be nice to us in a relationship, right? But when those people go back, it is never the same, collective. They feel a void. They feel something missing. You know what it is? That is their nervous system kicking back on to try and reset itself just from your kindness here. And they end up leaving that person. You know, they end up not staying with that person. Unfortunately, some people do stay, and it be, you know, to their detriment. But for others, for the most part, what we're seeing is that people are coming out of that, and they will forever be grateful for you. They will forever remember you. You'll always hold a space or a place in their mind, their heart, their psyche, their subconscious as the calmness, a calm memory that they can go back to when they are going through things. This will help them further heal. So when they get into connections, you know, down the line, whether it be back with you or with someone else, you know, a person can focus on the healthier version and aspect of love, okay? But somebody does have love on the brain, and they don't want to take old relationship wounds into a new relationship with you, okay? That's what I feel like that is going on. Enterprising, okay? Somebody could want to work with you, or somebody wants you to work with them. Tolerance. Somebody is working on their level of tolerance for these emotional relationship wounds. They feel like they're very irresponsible for tolerating such toxic attachments and patterns. And I feel like this is not from other people. This is from themselves. Because when you do the deep introspection, you really healing. How do you know? One thing is that you will lose the taste in your mouth to want to blame other people. You always gonna look at your role and what you played. Even if somebody was the most diabolical to you, you stop looking at the finger pointing and you start looking at self. It will feel almost wrong to keep blaming other people for what it is that you've been through, even if it is their fault. It's still a two-way street. We have a fault in it our own. The attachments, that's more than one party. You're the common denominator, okay? This is what this person is realizing. What's the enterprising with the tolerance? So work, easiness. Somebody working on themselves. Somebody is working on themselves. Action, yep. Somebody is finding it so easy to come out of what a toxic connection, a toxic attachment that they had to somebody. This could be somebody that they've been in a relationship or been around since they were young. And this could actually be a mother or a grandmother toxic attachment here. Addiction, okay? Somebody, and this is not, see, addictions come in all shapes and forms and sizes, y'all. People can be addicted to toxicity because they think that that's what the world is, because that's all they allow themselves to experience. Now, notice I said that's all that person or any of us at one point in time or another have allowed ourselves to experience. It's toxic patterns. Memory of senses with addiction. Come on now. Give me confirmation when I need it. And then kindness. Now they're having, I'm telling you, although they were addicted to toxic attachments, karmic patterns, emotional relationship wounds where there's codependency one way or another, control, overbearing, overprotective, overstepping your boundaries, no boundaries, lack of boundaries. You know what I mean? Like your kindness, it will forever remain in this person's psyche forever. Like this is like that soul etching energy that I get. And that's definitely, this could be one of your powers here to help a person go through the dark night of the soul. That's that Force energy and that Ace of Wands energy, okay? Your act of kindness. So somebody will always remember that. And this person is realizing how passive. Somebody is realizing that your passiveness, that was actually responsibility. Like, so that's giving me the energy. If this person is used to somebody always bickering back and forth with them, instead of you doing that, you just look like, okay, there's no need for that. Or this person is used to being all over the place and they're used to go, like it's time to, but like, or anything like that. They're used to toxic patterns. They're used to never being calm, balance here, temperance energy. And you show up and you like, oh, that's okay. Like you get, like you good, calm. Like you ain't got to say calm down. You're just like, you good. You got it. You good. And your calm demeanor, just like that, just by saying that, that'll flip a switch on inside of people sometimes. And somebody realizes where this person was, they self-sabotaged because they thought that was you being docile, that was you being easily controllable, that was you being a wimp, a simp, a pushover, a rug they can walk all over. Somebody is realizing that you actually exercise passivity with responsibility. You allowed them grace. See, passivity is definitely necessary here because we can't always be the chief and not be the Indian sometimes. Even if we've done the healing, we don't come into somebody's life and be like, this is what I did and this is what you need to do. And this is what I did and this is what you need to do. And you doing this wrong and you doing that wrong. No, sometimes it just be like, a part of our healing, again, you'll stop wanting to control other things outside of you, other people. You'll stop wanting to point the blame at other people. Everything will be about yourself. And when you know yourself in this way, when you encounter people who are just starting on their healing journey, just awakening, just being enlightened, just doing something, going deep within, dark night of the soul, like you'll realize when they try to control things, it's not that you're passive or that you're docile, that you're a pushover. You exercise passivity with grace. Somebody is realizing the space you gave them to be them, as dominating and domineering and controlling as they may have been, as forceful as they may have been, as toxic as they may have been. You were giving them space to see themselves, to see you or see themselves through your eyes here. Because you calm in a situation where this person is now thinking back, memory of senses, kindness. You were calm and kind in a situation where they realized that they can only come to the conclusion that they were the drama. They were the toxicity. They were the ones all over the place. They were the ones that were self-sabotaging, trying to control, trying to be manipulative, right? That you exercise passivity with responsibility. And you're giving this person a lot of enthusiasm here, or this person considers you to be enthusiastic, but just by taking those actions here with them. And I feel like that somebody wants to say thank you. I do really feel like that somebody wants to say thank you. Great. Didn't I say you gave them grace? I said you gave them grace. Hey! 1 second, y'all. What happened? What did I say about that? I'm like, do what no. Keep swinging that. Oh, I think they need to take a nap. And yes, did ask them if they wanted their ass whooped. Because don't get it twisted. I still spank ass over here. I don't care what nobody say or do. Go take this to your mama, to the DCS, whoever. I still spank ass. Okay? Illusion and laziness. Somebody thought your passivity made them lazy or made you lazy. I think that people can consider easygoing people lazy. It's just like you let, it's just like, to people who are used to codependencies, control typically. They'll see you, how easy breezy you are, and you just be like, oh, ain't no thing with a chicken wing, man. Just let it go and swing and let the chicken fly the coop type of energy. You're not like, if you anything like me. I have, listen, it took a lot for me to get to the point where I'll just be like, okay. And some people would consider that people who are still suffering from control issues in one shape, form, or another, they'll consider that to be lazy. Like, oh, they just don't want to do the work. They don't want to take the reins. They don't want to take control. They don't want to take front stage, front and center type of energy. It's not that. It just be like, shit. When you gain that level of clarity about yourself, of peace, you no longer find the need to control other things or even yourself. You just let things be. Child, it just be like, oh, well, let it do what it do. Because you'll find that that's how the universe works. The universe don't work in push and pull. If you pull, the universe will push. If you push, the universe will pull. If you stop doing those things, that's the need for control. When you stop doing those things and let things be, hey, things fall in place with ease. And somebody thought that because you had that type of savvy type of intellect, that intuition, that passivity with responsibility, that grace that you gave them, they considered you to be lazy. Like, oh, they just going for anything. But there was an illusion, Spirit is saying. Because a person who is still under control or who wants to control, they are still under heavy illusions. 4 is significant. July 4th is very significant for this person. Manipulation. Oh, so you gave them grace and they thought they could manipulate you. See what I mean? Hey. Okay, I'm good. We're back, collective. Whatever happens with that happens. Hey, y'all know the Wi-Fi have we been around for. But somebody consider you giving them grace and kindness, that they thought that they could manipulate grace. They thought, people really be out here messed up under heavy illusions. Okay? Thinking that you can manipulate people who are kind and show you grace. That is not what that's meant for. The moment you manipulate that, and the enterprising, okay, this is like somebody being able to work with you with ease, somebody being able to cohabitate, coexist, procreate with you with ease. Like it was just too easy for this person. And on top of that, you gave them kindness and grace, and they wanted to manipulate that. Child, I'm going to pull out what this person needs to work on shadow. I haven't used my shadow work deck here in a long time. It is bootleg. So just so you know, if I show you the cards and you can't see them, that's because they bootleg and I was broke and I bought these, okay? Open that back up. It is. Why it seemed like the air went out the room? Like the sound went out the room. No, in here. I'm tapping into another frequency. I'm tapping into the dark. That's why. Because I'm tapping into this person's shadow. We don't know to fix it and we don't know to point it out, collective. And it's okay. It's okay for us to be flawed and be imperfect. It's quite tiring trying to be perfect, bro. The more I wanted my kids to be in their name brand clothes and shoes all the time and never get a spot of dirt on them, baby, they used to get in trouble. They used to get put on punishment for the rest of the day, couldn't go outside the next day if they got a spot of dirt on them name brand shoes or clothes. And it's just like, damn, they kids, like, I'm still in their joy, their childhood from them. I gotta let them do that, right? But the more dirtier that they ass got that I didn't want them to get, you know what I mean? And I look like my older kids, they look at me like right now, like with the babies and stuff. That's why I said I rarely spank them or whoop them, but bigger kids, they get on the asses. And I'll be like, excuse me, I'm the parent. They be like, no, you need to kill it with the gentle parenting because us, oh, we couldn't spat, we couldn't roll our eyes, we couldn't talk back, we couldn't let a dish be dirty, we couldn't let nothing be dirty, we couldn't get dirty, we couldn't have no friends over, we couldn't. And I'm like, y'all right, you know, like I can't go back and make that up in time, you know. But I realized how out of control I was trying to control them. He said, yeah, y'all can go over there for 10 minutes. I thought y'all were already over there.
He didn't tell us.
Wait for your brother. And if you get over there on the BS, Kaya, you will come back over here. Shadow work. Grief. In pain, find healing and deeper connection to self. This person is in love with you. They try to manipulate you because you showed them grace and kindness, and they in love with you, and it hurts. It hurts because they self-sabotage. What's the shadow part of this person that they need to work on? And then we'll move to the Tarot Collective. I think I need more shadow decks. That's going to be very vital for my next up and coming messages, that I need more shadow work cards here. Obsession. This person obsessed with you. If they was ever obsessed with a toxic karmic partner or partnerships or relationships and stuff, oh, they obsessed with your grace and your kindness, your mercy, your love, your everything here that you showed them. They will never forget it again. It's embedded and encoded into their DNA. Memory is in the DNA. It's no place in the brain for memory. Ask it and look up any science book. You can look it up. Memory is in the DNA. This person will never forget you again. This is soul etching, spirit etching by your act of kindness here, by giving this person grace. Even though they try to manipulate it, we're not gonna miss that. You know how that person is obsessed with you now. If they were obsessed with karmic people, oh, they obsessed with you right now. Them other people just don't do it for them. They are coming out with the Ace of Wands. I'm telling you, like, you get this person a hard on. It's something about you, your boundaries, your love, your kindness. Somebody realizes that your grace was boundaries. Somebody realized that your kindness was boundaries. They've never experienced that. You see? The way this person think about you, they are obsessed with you. They have love on the brain. Yep. And they fear, like this person has become so obsessed with you, collective, they fear their level of obsession. If they ever was attached to a karmic and they had it real good and they used to like fight and they used to like fuck real good afterwards and stuff like that, it's something about you, baby. It's like, shit, I'm not even worried about that. Like, fucking fight. No, I want to go over here and be calm and see what somebody obsessed with you. They scared of how obsessed they are with you. They could be worried that they are building some type of emotional dependency too. If they didn't ever have one, they may have one now. But that's a toxic attachment too. But these are processes in the dark night of the soul, especially when we are breaking emotional karmic bounds. Obsession. Release the chains of thoughts and free your mind. That's the shadow work that this person needs to do. Fear and insecurity, child. This level of obsession, this person is scared of how obsessed they are. It's making them feel insecure. If they were ever confident in their toxic connections with you, I feel like the insecurity is coming in because this person is looking at themselves through your eyes. Collective showed up with grace, mercy, kindness, loving, compassion. And I try to manipulate that. They can only look at themselves now, collective, because you're gone. And they can, and even if they were making up excuses why, and they were trying to blame you, somebody can't do that anymore. Because the memories, the fondness of the memories of you won't let them. It's etched in their DNA. Now, it won't let them. As much as they try to blame you, it won't let them. They were forced to look at themselves and stop pointing the blame, because it could have went from with that grief energy, right? The stages of grief. You know, a part of like blame in itself, and grief could be over anything, right? But the grief is over losing you, collective, over losing you by trying to manipulate you because you showed up in an energy this person has never felt before. And they tried to manipulate that. But manipulation is a part of control. Because they thought if they manipulated it, that they could stay connected with you, with the enterprise. If they manipulated you in such a way, your life, your grace, your kindness, they could control it to never lose it. And in doing so, they self-sabotage and they lost you anyways. The stages of grief, it would go like this for this person. It's your fault, collective. It's collective's fault. If they would have been so kind to me, if they would have been so graceful, that shit a play. That shit an act. That's not real. They're not really like that. And then they go through the second stage of blaming, right? It's because of it ain't collective, and it still all stems from them not wanting to look at themselves, right? Their reflection is there. They still don't want to look at themselves. Oh, it's all these toxic attachments I had. I'm so used to that and used to this, and you know, like collective show up like this, and I don't know how to deal with it, and they should have just known, or you know, it's something like that. And then they stop blaming you and the other people. And they looking at, okay, well, it was my upbringing. It was this. And that's why I got into the toxic patterns. And that's what made me bring the old wounds into what such and such, and try to manipulate collective. And then when those things subside, these are part processes, a part of the dark night of the soul, that shadow work. We've all went through this. We all went through this, bro. In one way or another. Lose a job. Somebody could have lost a job here. They could be the blaming of everybody else. Somebody is finally realizing they can't deny your kindness and your grace, your mercy that you gave them. They can't deny the fact that the reason why it didn't work is because they tried to manipulate that for their benefit, to control it, to keep a grasp on it here. It was just too easy. They are addicted to you. They're addicted to the memory of how you showed up in their energy. And it has developed in its obsession. That is a part of the shadow work, though. They will overcome that. Hopefully, prayerfully, they'll overcome that. Listen, look what the next card is. Control. I cannot make it up. Obsession and control. By letting go of the illusion of control, we open ourselves up to genuine freedom.
No, you're not.
Well, he's back over here, so y'all have to come back over here. Shame and desire. Somebody desire you a lot. Somebody's name could be Desire, okay? Because I keep picking that name up. But they feeling shameful of themselves. That's another process. Shadow work, dark night of the soul. You got the shame, you got the guilt, you got the blaming, you got the manipulation, and then you got the self-reflection. And in self-reflection comes a lot of remorse, a lot of self-blaming, a lot of pessimism, a lot of beating yourself up. This person will come out of that. I wanted to say he. So this could be a masculine. You could be a masculine. This could be feminine that I'm talking about here. So shame is here. This person is feeling shameful for how they tried to control you, because now they're obsessed with you. They're obsessed with what it could have been like, what it would have turned out, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas of the thing. That's all a part of the process. Shame. Embrace your flaws. They are a part of your unique story. Because see, a person of control, of manipulation, they like to think that it's nothing wrong with them. They like to think that it's nothing wrong with them. This is why they go through the motions of blaming everybody else but themselves, because to them, it can't possibly be them. Because if they admit it's them, they would have to look at and see why it's them. Two more. This person could be going through like the motions of like obsessive compulsive behavior. They stalking you. They watching you. They have love on the brain. They watching you. They taking off those old shoes here. They don't want to be that person anymore though, but they are watching you. Because they cannot let go of the fact, the memory, the thought of what it could have developed into, what type of man or woman they could be today. Even after a short period of time, long period of time, who they could be today and where you all would be in your relationship had they would have given you grace and kindness in return. This person does have an obscure view, but this person watching you, I'm telling you, how this person viewed you or viewed things, it was very obscured here. They're coming out of that. In the unknown, there's room for endless possibilities. I feel like you're a very free spirit, collective. And that don't mean you have to be hippie-like and all dancing around and barefoot in the grass like I do, okay? But that just means that you're a free spirit here. To give people grace and kindness, baby, that takes a lot of freedom within self. That takes a lot of security within self. And not only that, that insecurity, yeah, this person is dependent on you now, but they have to get rid of the codependency as well. But with this person is insecure because now that they're coming to the realization or the acceptance that it was them, that they manipulated the situation when there was no reason to manipulate. No reason. They're going through insecurities because now they have to accept that they are flawed. They have to accept that they mess things up, and this also allows them to look in other relationships where they could have been playing the blame game with their partner, saying they were the toxic ones. They were the karmics. They have to look at themselves and say, I was the toxic one as well. I was the karmic as well. I was the manipulator as well. It starts with you, collective. Dependency. Find strength in self-sufficiency and empowerment. Child, I didn't notice that these cards have words on the bottom. That's how bootleg they are. It's at the bottom of this card. It says reliance, neediness, and addiction. There's that addiction word. Y'all can't see it, but it's words at the bottom. See them? Obscurity. At the bottom, it says darkness, ambiguity, and mystery. So this person is treading the depths, the deep, dark depths of themselves. Well, I can't get that word out today. Control. Shit, I can't see that for nothing. Dominance, manipulation, and power. These addiction and manipulation, these are this person's problems. They are addicted to manipulating things because nobody ever showed up to them like they did to you, collective. Somebody gotta be the catalyst. And I know it may have hurt you, hurt me, hurt everyone, but somebody has to always be the catalyst. You know? Don't mean you're a pushover. Obsession says fixation, compulsion. Then I say this person has developed a obsessive compulsive type of not just thinking, behavior. Like their actions. The actions that they take are obsessive compulsive because every action that they take, they have you in mind.
Mommy, Kai keep hitting me and pushing me.
Cayenne? Preoccupation. This person is doing like obsessive stuff. They could be overworking here. They could have overdid some type of addiction, other addiction that they have. It could be schmetch, it could be Uggs, it could be anything. Have a timeout. Yep, and isolation. And now this person could have, because, did you hit? Did you hit and did you push? Did you? Only once. Oh, well, you can sit there for 1 minute since it was only once. No crying or I will extend your time out.
Mama, she did it too, or she snitched on him?
Make her come in. Go sit your ass down for timeout as well.
That's fine.
How you gonna come in here and tell on him when you guilty of the same thing? Was you out there pushing on him? Were you out there pushing on him? Did you hear him? I didn't push him, but I hit him. I'm extending your time out, bro. Kyle. She got 5 minutes. He got 1. Shut up. Bro, shut up. Nobody fucking asked y'all. Now the big kids up. Now they want to tell me how to parent. He got 5 minutes because she came in here and told on him and said that he pushed and hit her, right? I made him come in and take a time out. He's screaming, yelling. Caleb come in here and say, well, how she gonna come tell and she out there hitting and pushing him as well? So that's the issue. While I put her on timeout, she was gonna get a minute. So I say, why you coming? I said, that's that bullshit. That'll get people in trouble. You're not going to develop that fucking habit. So, did you push him? No. Did you push him, Kaya? No. Did you hit him? Yes. So why the fuck you did it? So you hit him, you didn't push him, but you came in here and told that he hit and pushed you. So she got 5 minutes and he got 1. Shut up. I didn't ask y'all.
No, listen, he got 1 minute with a toy, by the way.
Take it.
Mama, he's 1 minute up.
No, it starts over because he had that toy.
You can't have no toy every time.
But I used to whoop ass. I used to whoop ass, collective. Child, this person could be riding past your house, collective. They could be just feeling like that they're going. I don't know what happened with that. If this person has your address, they driving past your house with the chariot and the moon, typically at nighttime in the shadows, okay? Or in their mind, they're driving past your house or they're coming towards you, whatever the case may be. But this person, they need to take a chill pill because they have love on the brain. They're obsessed with you. They want to control you. That they still have this level of control. They're not seeing things clearly. They're dependent on your kindness and your grace. Okay? They're dependent on your love here. This person still has stuff of the subconscious mind that they need to work through with the chariot and the moon. They need to work through these things. But this is also giving me the energy that if this person is not physically driving past your house, in their mind, they're thinking compulsively, obsessively, compulsively about driving past your house. And if they see somebody over there or see something they don't like, 10 of swords. So this person definitely needs to take a chill pill. Okay? We're going to pray against that. Okay? The strength. Somebody prays. Deep in it. Like somebody will hurt somebody over you. The 3 of Wands, because they want a future with you. They see a strong future with you. Now, I don't know what happened between you and this person. Okay? I don't know the stipulations. This is all contingent on your free will. And if you want to deal with this person after they have healed, but somebody see a strong future with you. That's all they see. When they look out to the future, you're all they see. The memory of senses is controlling them. It has them obsessed right now. These are motions of the dark night of the soul. But I promise you, this person is on some shit like this could even be thinking in mind where the chariot, the moon energy, their subconscious is steady working like, what if collective being kind and giving somebody else grace? What if they loving them the way that they love me? What if they showing them acts of kindness? What if they being easy or cool with somebody else? What if somebody else is like all loving on collective and stuff? Like somebody is really going through it. And if they see somebody, they're thinking in their mind, I feel like that this is just mine. They're thinking that if they see somebody over there, it's the side of them that's going to come out like the Incredible Hulk. I'm not even playing with that strength and the 3 of Wands because they can't see themselves without you. Okay? But somebody needs to do the work. Yeah, we back. I don't know what that's about, but this person has a lot of healing to do. They have a lot that they need to fight through. But at this time, this is a part of this person's dark night of the soul. They want to fight anybody that you have connected with. They don't want you working with nobody. They don't want you enterprising with nobody. They don't want you being kind to nobody else. They don't want you giving nobody else grace. They don't want you to be like to anyone else that you were to them. Because now they thinking about, so this is that overprotective energy now, that control again, right? Because these are the motions of somebody. PA. If they tell you dark night of the soul is going to be easy, they lied to you. It's not easy. That's why you are rewarded so heavily and so greatly when you come out of, like you are being torn in 1,000 ways. And they're all going in opposite directions. Your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, your everything. So now somebody is thinking they don't want you with nobody else because the Ten of Swords, it's not them. They would tend to sword somebody about you, but it's because how they manipulated you when you showed up with kindness and grace. Okay? They don't want you to show up with kindness and grace to somebody else, and they manipulate you. And they thinking about, like, if somebody try to manipulate you, control you, dominate you, anything, this person will hurt that person. And I'm telling you, they need to do the work. It's still there. They got a while to go. I'm not even going to lie. But they want to be your choice. They want to do the work here. They want to do the work. They didn't want to do it before with these toxic partners, past people, relationships, because they could easily control those people in one way or another. But with you, they can't do that. And they want to be your choice, collective. They want to be the one that you choose. So they are willing to do the work. They want a family with you. Okay? 10 of Cups. High Priestess energy. They feel like that y'all will have genius children, that your family life, it would be nothing short of miracles and being extraordinary and all type of enigmas in every area, right? This is how this person sees this. They see you as their Six of Swords. They're forever. They don't, and I don't know your situation, but they just don't, they just don't see about you. This person is like, this could be secrets, this could be toxicity with the moon energy, and find out 7 of Wands. Hey, this person is obsessed and protective over you. They wish a motherfucker would try to manipulate you like they did. Because now they're seeing the error of their ways. You make this person see the error of their ways. They wish a person would. They want to protect you from hidden enemies. Because they know how you are. As your emperor. Okay? They are 10 of Wands. They are very burdened. They feel like that they have a duty to protect you because they feel like maybe you're a little naive and gullible, collective. That's what they feel like. And they feel like that you could be easily manipulated because they did it to you, and they don't want nobody else to do it to you because they feel a sworn duty to protect you and your kindness and your grace and your mercy that you give people, because it's not many like that. Who wouldn't want to protect that instead of exploiting that and manipulating that? And these are the motions that this person is going through back and forth in their head. They wish somebody would do that to you. The Hierophant with the 10 of Wands. I'm telling you, with the Earth Angel Temperance energy, they wish somebody would do it to you. That I heard that they'll bend them up like a pretzel. Give me more with this 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. I need to know. They're not working on any romantic offers at this time with nobody else. Or they don't want no romantic offers for you to work because they don't want nobody to manipulate you. They want you, they want to cock block you. They want to secretly cock block you from any type of romantic offers, courtships, love offers and stuff until they can become the emperor. But I need the 8 of, didn't I say this person was watching you? Page of Swords. This person is in the stages of denial and that grief. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. The Page of Pentacles. They want a new opportunity. They don't want nobody to come towards you. They want to be the one you choose. They want to show up to you how they feel like that they should have showed up to you. Ace of Pentacles sideways. They showed up to you in Page, breadcrumbing, new, fresh, and even immature energy with the opportunity that they gave you, which was only manipulation. But they feel like that this person really feels like strongly, and there's heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit. With the love on the brain, they feel like that. They feel like that they the one for you. They need to change. So they could be cock blocking out here, bro. They burdened because they do not want nobody else to marry you. Like somebody, I don't know. This would be the type of person like if you at your wedding and they say, "Does anybody object that this?" I'm not object. Like you could be a Queen of Cups here, okay? Or they see that's that kindness, that grace, that loving, caring energy here. I'm telling you, hey, This person will fight anybody coming towards you. Didn't I say this person was in this obsessive, compulsive energy? All they doing is talking and thinking collective, talking and thinking collective. The moon energy, they in grief. They going through a dark night of the soul though, but they are overcoming it. Yep, they are overcoming it. The moon energy with the 5 of cups, the death. This person could have suffered a loss recently, a family death, and they overcoming that. That could be why they're not so solely focused on working on giving you a romantic offer, because they need to work through a loss. Somebody passed away in a family with the 5 of cups and the death. Somebody passed away. Maybe this was a strong parental figure, a strong elderly figure that they looked up to. This could even be a younger person, but somebody had to gain the strength to overcome this, right? With that moon energy, maybe this was something they was going on or going through in a past relationship. You know, a reason why they could have went back to an ex. There could have been a loss of a child, a miscarriage, a smorgasbord. It could be anything like that. And maybe somebody was overcoming that. That's a secret of theirs. Why they kept running back to a toxic partner, a toxic pattern, a toxic attachment. But justice is there. They want to fight for you, collective. They want to fight for you. They feel like it's only right. However they showed up in low vibing manipulative energy, they feel like that they can show up as high vibing emperor energy to protect you from what you do not see, the hidden enemies, the dangers that lurk around you. Somebody real overprotective of you. Didn't I say they see a strong future with you? They could have ended, this could be a death or a funeral, and that could have been like the icing on the cake to make them end a karmic connection or relationship. Maybe something happened with them and this person where they were at a party, probably like a repast, a wake, or something like that. A will reading here. But somebody see a strong future with you. They ended something with somebody else. They feel like that's not enough. That other person, that's not enough for their future. A page of cups is not enough to get your ships coming in, to help you move forward into the 3 of wands energy. Page of cups is not enough. Somebody is realizing that. Somebody is protecting their own investments as well. But then I say that this person, child, this person going crazy because if you sleeping with anybody else, if you sleep, the thought of you sleeping with somebody. They could have even caught something from a past person that they went to. They could have been hey, it's not my business, but they could have been leaking something from their the tip of their stuff that smelled fishy. And they caught it from this past person. Maybe they could have started a fight at a funeral. After a funeral, there is a death. A funeral occurred here. Maybe they connected to this person when a funeral occurred. They slept with this person, decided, I'm going to give it another chance. Collective ain't all this and that. And they slept with this person. They got a leaky thing, but also it wasn't the same. Maybe the leaking didn't come until afterwards. Nonetheless, they ended it with this person. And now the thought of you, doing what they did, it's driving this person fucking insane. There go to obsessive compulsive disorder. 9 of cups, baby, to the Knight of Wands, to the 8 of Wands. When I say that, hey, this person on your ass. What's the outcome of the situation? Oh, the outcome is the Sun, 7 of Pentacles. I can't tell people what to do. Spirit is saying, give this person a try. They are doing the work. They are seeing things for what they are. You bring the light into their life. They don't see anybody but you. I want to know about the manipulation though. Temperance. Look, temperance and justice. I don't know the situation, but this may be something worth fighting for, collective. You know that saying, you teach a person how to treat you? It's that. Somebody they knew better, but they just weren't required to do better. Until you, collective, and you didn't require or force or push or control or tell this person that they needed to do better. No, nothing, right? And even if you did say that, I don't feel like that you were forceful with it. You gave this person grace. That's a big thing. So they didn't know what to do with it. They thought they could manipulate it like they manipulate other things. They realized you can't manipulate grace and kindness. It just is because it's natural and it's genuine and it's authentic. You can't manipulate those type of things, right? Spirit is saying that this person is worth fighting for, though. They deserve a fighting chance because they don't know light. People don't even know that they're in the darkness until you bring a light into the room. People don't know that they need to heal or need to invest in when it comes to their happiness until you show them the things that are happy. People don't even know how to draw a line or differentiate between happiness and unhappiness, sadness, control, toxic and healthy relationships and connections until you show them healthy when they've only known toxic or unhealthy. So you have to be the catalyst for this person. And again, everybody's situation is different, but Spirit is saying this person deserve another chance. Because this is an example of how much I can show you better than I can tell you. You just have to show this person better than you can tell them too. You know what I mean? And you didn't have to do that with aggressiveness and karmic and toxicity and fighting and fussing and breaking shit. You didn't have to do that. You just simply gave this person what they lacked, what you probably lack too. Collective people probably don't give you kindness or grace, but you overcompensate for that. So that was a lesson in it for you. And you probably gave this to that person and you simply taught them a lesson by pulling it away. And that's it. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Oh, baby, this person fighting through that healing. The Five of Wands with the star energy. They fought the healing at first, but they fighting for the healing. And there's no way I can consider it to be otherwise because the Ace of Wands is here. The Sun, the Seven of Pentacles, the Temperance, and the Justice card. And then we have the Five of Wands with the star. This person fighting for that healing. And it is burdensome, but they want to be chosen. Somebody wants you to choose them. They want God to choose them. They want to be your husband, your wife. They want to be ordained by God to be your match. They willing to go through the burdens. They willing to fight through for the healing. Okay? This person could have actually been in a marriage here, and there could have been a divorce, a separation or something. Some investigation could have let this person make this person money real funny. Some that they was connected to, some unsavory behavior, because mind you, this person is used to manipulative environments, patterns, connections, groups, friends groups, relationships. So of course, with the manipulation energy, the codependent control, the relational wounds, the toxic and karmic attachments and patterns, and some bound to come out Five of Pentacles, right? And this person had money that was built off of these things. It's funny right now. But they're realizing why in their dark night of the soul. Okay? The Magician and Judgment. This person is manifesting you. They even manifested their own judgment. They even called it down their own judgment on themselves. Ain't that some shit? Because they want to, when I say this is not supposed to be upside down, this person wants a Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, 6-6. That's confirmation. They see this with you. It's nobody else. It's nobody else. This person really honors you. They hold you high on a pedestal. If they honor the third parties, you know, if they thought that was how they get their way and be victorious, I don't feel like it. The Knight of Wands, because it could have been with the third parties. They felt this energy, but they never felt it in such a high vibing way. With the Sun, with the Temperance, with the Justice, with the Seven of Pentacles, with the Star, with the Five of Wands, with the Magician and the Judgment. Somebody wasn't living right. That Magician and Judgment, that's that manipulation energy. Somebody is paying for that, okay? They're paying for all the third parties and stuff like that here, but somebody wanted 10 of Pentacles with you, or somebody thought that the third parties would give them everything that they want. You know, this one for that, this one for that, this one for that. Spirit say that that's the truth, right? And this person was stuck. They were stuck in these toxic and karmic patterns here. And they didn't see anything wrong with their manipulation tactics, or how they were moving around in life, until you showed your ass up with this Ace of Cups, and now they heartbroken, child. If they never knew heartbreak, then you showed up with this cup of love and then snatched it and left them here. They know it's because they were in this energy. 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords. They know that. The truth is here. The Ace of Swords is here. They know that because of the illusions that they allowed themselves to live for so long, being in this 3 of Cups, the player energy, Knight of Wands. They know that. They heartbroken over it. But baby, they want a family with you. They want to move on to calmer waters with you. They're walking away possibly from a child's mother, a baby mother, a wife. Okay? This could be anybody, or they're walking away from... Child, I don't know. Somebody could have had like a miscarriage or a stillborn. I don't know what's going on with that. They're moving on from that. They're moving on to calmer waters here. They want a family with you. Maybe you're the empress that they want a family with. Maybe they're walking away from something to come towards you. 8 of Cups don't always mean you're walking away from something. It means you're walking towards something as well. Because there's a shocker here, a surprise. This person want a full commitment. Full-fledged commitment to you, High Priestess, because of how you jog this person's memory with your acts of kindness, your grace, your mercy, your love, your Ace of Cups. Oh, they stuck on you. They obsessed over you, the 4 of Pentacles and the Lovers, and the 5 of Swords. When I tell you this person will get down about you, because they see you as home. The 5 of Swords here. This person sees you as home. They see you beautiful. They see you sitting pretty on your throne. They put you high on a pedestal. Even if you're not even if you're not a Queen of Wands, in their eyes, you are everything. You are the Queen of Wands. You're the 4 of Wands. You're the Temperance. You're the Justice here. You're the Ace of Cups. You're the Ace of Wands. You're the 6 of Wands. You're the 6 of Pentacles. You hear me? They see you as everything. And they damn sure watching you. Hey, listen, somebody could be watching your house. How they doing it, I don't know. Somebody watching your house. And I swear, let them catch a motherfucker coming around there, snooping around there. The world. They end them. I heard they clean a nigga clock. See, this person needs to heal. Because Spirit is telling this person, whoever you are, Spirit saying, pipe down, calm that shit down. Reject that thought, that idea, that notion, that action. Talking about you a clean a nigga clock. You catch a motherfucker outside, you a clean a nigga clock. Like, who said... I say stuff like that. Behind closed doors. Yeah, they want you to remain single. They know you single. They know you got a lot of options coming towards you. They know you got a lot of people fighting to get your little hand in marriage for you to be their wish fulfillment and stuff. But they said, man, like, just give them the grace you gave them before, please. And the Knight of Pentacles, I don't feel like that means you're going to sit around and wait for the phone to ring or the knock at the door. But I feel like that they said just at least leave a sliver, the door cracked, to give them an opportunity to come in and make things right. Because they've been illuminated to their betrayals, to the role that they played in these things. And they are overcoming this, okay? They're overcoming things when it comes to their emotions. They're overcoming emotional instabilities, okay? Because that's the main part of this person's control, okay? They see you as a free-hearted, free-spirited, nurturing, compassion. Baby, this person see everything with you. They just want everything with you. They just want to rest easy with you. Listen, they just see everything with you. This person is very possessive over you. The Devil, the 2 of Cups. They're very passionate about you, the King of Wands. Hey, I don't know if they kick somebody to the curb or they worried you gonna kick them to the curb. You standing on business, you gonna kick them to the curb, but they just want a real a fighting chance. That's the message. It wasn't so bad. We did shadow work in there. We did some lovely, beautiful messages here. We did karmic soul ties and stuff, what needed to be released, We did divine feminine, divine masculine energy in here with my other cards. I feel like that was a very successful reading and message, collective. And if any part of the message resonated with you, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button at the very least. Hype your girl up one good time. donates, all those good things, whatever you would like to do, collective. Caleb, the door. And as I release you and your energies back to their respective places with love and light, collective, and I call my energy, my magic, my power, my vitality, my love and kindness and caring, and my healing abilities and all of that good jazz back to me, closing all doors, portals, and windows to and from my energy. I'm going to heal and seal all leaks in my aura field and subtle bodies, and I'm going to send y'all peace, blessings, and good love, high vibrations, collective, to make it through this today. If you're celebrating Memorial Day, or if it's just a regular work week, and also through the rest of the week. And I ask that you send that back to me tenfold with love and light. Love and light, let that be the leading and guiding energy at this time and moving forward for myself and those in the collective that are upright in heart and have good intentions. Ashe, so motive be, and so it is. And until next time, collective, thank y'all for tuning and tapping in. And I will catch you all on the next one. And if the video is crappy, it's just like, hey, what are you gonna do? Peace.